Blog Talk Radio.
Everybody, thanks for joining me. I am your host of Close to Death, Selena Roane, and this is powered by D.T.M. Wicked Radio and brought to you also by FEAR Paranormal Society. Tonight, we've got a cool team, and we're talking about a really cool event coming up in July here in Lewisville, Texas. I got 24-hour Paranormal on with me tonight. How you doing, everybody?
Fantastic. Great.
Awesome. Well, how about Mike? Why don't you start with the introductions? I know we have a couple of people online, so go ahead, Mike.
Well, I've got I lost the spot. Sophia and Karina and Shannon are all here with us, and we're coming in with the Supernatural Expo, and all our vendors are getting really excited and ready to make this thing happen.
And you're coming in hot with this thing, too, because not only is it in Texas in July, but it's going to be really cool because y'all got a lot of cool people that, I'm not familiar with some of them, but that's what's cool about going to different conventions and meeting new people and learning from different people. I'm all about the learning thing. So, we're going to hit on, who's going to be there. We might talk a little bit about the vendors and things like that. But before we get into all of that, can you tell the audience a little bit about 24-hour Paranormal and how all this got started for you?
Oh, yeah. 24-hour Paranormal came together about 4 years ago. We all kind of merged in from other groups trying to, make a new path and start making a difference instead of just going out and ghost hunting. We're actually going out and trying to help people and help the individual that's contacting us. So we're more of a person-based, people-based group than a ghost hunting group.
Well, that's different and good deal. So tell us a little bit more about it. I'm sorry.
No, we're just we utilize mediums and every known tactic, I guess you could say, going into homes or residences, businesses. We're everywhere, and wherever they call us, that's where we're going.
I think our goal is to help people. When people give us a call, they're usually scared, they're frightened. They don't really care if we run in with a bunch of cameras and, set up and try to capture something. They've already felt something. They already are scared. So we can go in and debunk it, or we can go in and say, hey, yes, but this is how this is how we can empower you, and this is how we can help you. So I think that kind of separates us from a lot of other paranormal groups.
Cool. And it is a breath of fresh air to hear different people, having their different ways of doing things. And, one thing about when I did notice when we did investigate together at the Beckham Hotel, FEAR and you guys kind of do things kind of similar. You're very respectful to the spirits. You're very respectful to everybody around, actually, and you treat other teams with the para-unity in mind like we envision this field to have. I know that it's very few and far between, but I think you guys feel the same way about, the spirits and respecting as FEAR does. And we got along great that night and had some great activity at the Beckham Hotel. It was fun to investigate with y'all.
Oh, yeah, that was a blast. That was a great time. So.
I do love the Beckham.
Yeah, it is a cool place. And y'all are getting some rather cool voices and EVPs and stuff like that. But, we got a couple of things there, and I can't wait to go back for the Spirit Fest actually there. But I've also seen that you have, besides, doing your investigations, residentials, business, you also have a meetup group. Is that correct?
Yeah, the meetup group is, for people who want to learn about it, learn about paranormal and take them, give them the experience to investigate, and then hopefully kind of put them in a direction of investigating, the right way, not provoking or
how they see it on TV.
Or how they see it on TV, and
yeah.
try So
we have a lot of people that, you know, I've been finding that, you know, they call and are hearing of other teams having this issue where people will call and it's really kind of an entertainment thing for them. They think that, you know, you come out all the way out there on your own dime and then you set up all your stuff and that they just kind of want to hang around and watch how you do it. They want to see something happen like on, you know, the TV shows. And you have to always explain to people that, you know, we come out, we do an interview, we do a walkthrough. You know, I usually we have a medium that we use, and she really doesn't like to be called that, but that's exactly what she is. And, you know, we kind of go through it like that, and then we bring out all the people if it's actually necessary. But we found a couple of times in our days of investigations that some of these people are just, some of them are kind of just off. And they kind of maybe not on their meds or something, and they, like, really go overboard. You know, they kind of make stuff a little bit more than it is. And there's always a reason for it. You know, it's usually something around the house that's going on or someone that's messing with them, you know, something like that. But it's been real bad because of the, you know, shows that they want to be entertained. And I keep having to tell people, even when they come to events, you can't expect them to do anything. You know, it doesn't happen everywhere every time you go.
Right.
Have y'all run into a bunch of that too? I mean, finding that people just want us to entertain them.
Yeah, exactly. You know, that's the expectations is put on the paranormal show. You know, that's what they want to see. And they want instantaneous evidence. Oh, well, what's going to happen? And, you know, hey, they don't always show up.
I think we found, too, that a lot of them want, as crazy as it sounds, you know, we'll go there and they'll say, oh, it's something demonic, it's something really evil, you know, and after investigation, it's not demonic, and they get very upset that we tell them that it's not demonic.
Yeah, and, you know, I was going to ask Karina about, what do you think about all this, everything going to demonic? Does that not just tap your butt or what? I mean, just tell me your thoughts on that.
I'm not sure about that one. It just seems like it's become like the new popular thing to do and to have in your home when you go out and say, like, you know what, I have something demonic in my house, and I guess it makes you cool or something. And what people don't understand, though, is that just by saying that you're actually inviting things in.
Yeah, just entertaining the thought of it. Exactly. And it's you know, I had Bishop Long on my show a couple of weeks ago, and he kind of was like a little bit perturbed, and I'm putting this nicely. He was rather upset with all the demonologists that are popping up everywhere. And people claiming to be demonologists and stuff. And, you know, you can't play with this stuff. And he was extremely adamant about, you know, you really need to call a true demonologist to mess with this stuff. You know what I mean? A true exorcist, actually. Because demonologists mainly just, he said they don't really remove the spirit at all, but they actually sometimes stir it up. Mm-hmm. Have you found a lot of teams also, not just the demonologists, but teams that would have been where you have been called after they left and left you a mess? Have you had any of that happen to you guys?
Several.
Yeah,
So it is not just fear that's been running into this stuff. We've had to clean up a couple of messes, and we're like, we get so pissed. It's because the people, this isn't a game, you know. This is definitely not a game.
Right. Yeah, I mean, which actually to the point where we need to, you know, add it to our questionnaire when we talk to people. You know, has any other groups been in your home? You know, or have you invited any other groups into the house? Because it's terrible coming in and cleaning up because they've been told all this stuff, and then you come in there, it's like, well, no, none of that's right, and then of course they don't know what to believe at that point.
True. One of the questions I usually do ask people when I first interview them, and a lot of times what I get told is, oh, yeah, we had this and this team come out, and I go, okay, well, what did they do? And they just tell me, it's like, well, they just, you know, did a bunch of videotaping and did this and that, and then they left, and we never heard back from them. and that kind of leaves people hanging there. You know, they're looking for us to get help, and people just let them down and just leave them hanging, and that's something that I think is not very responsible of some of the teams that are out there.
Yeah, we had one probably about 5 months ago, I guess. There was this team that I've seen them work before, and I'm not going to badmouth anybody else, but they're not. They shouldn't be doing anything in the home. They're not, I guess, up to par. And they go to this one house, and the lady has a lot of activity. And when I talked to her, I knew right away it had to do with Native American, you know, the land, not the trailer or whatever it was. And come to find out, we go out there and we start doing our investigation. Because it was so far, we did the walkthrough and the investigation at the same time. And we ended up finding out that this team that had come out got scared. Let me say that again. Got scared and left the property and never called them again. Just left. Just got in their cars and left. And I'm like, well, wow, I've heard of people coming in and doing an investigation and you never hear from them or they don't do a reveal or whatever, but they didn't even hardly get any equipment out and they were already in their cars and gone.
Did they even take it back?
It's like, what are you in this for? What do you think's going to happen? I mean, if you're going to get scared and leave a client hanging, that's worse than anything I've heard. I was like, oh, my God, wow. But, okay, so let's talk about this awesome Supernatural Expo that's going to happen on July the 18th in Louisville. Tell us a little bit about what we're getting into here. Like, what's going to happen? I know that it's a conference like people speak, and there's going to be vendors and stuff like that. But tell us a little bit. Is there investigations or anything like that, or?
We didn't set up an investigation this year because most of our we're doing it all local, and our biggest local investigation place, which is Hill House Manor, she's going to be a speaker and a vendor at our location, and she shut us down for doing an investigation at her place. So to kind of save time and do stuff that way, we're going to. Being it's a one-day event this year, we're going to hold off doing an investigation. We're going to do that next year on the next year event. Now we are doing a raffle for charity that's going to the Russ Martin Foundation for Fallen Police and Fire, and that will be supporting his foundation and hopefully helping them out.
Yeah, they deserve every bit of the help that they can get, especially with the stuff that's going on right now against first responders and police officers. It pisses me off.
Absolutely.
We won't go there, though. We're going to keep this a positive, nice, little, friendly little show. And so talk about how much are the tickets for the conference, by the way, because I know they're a really good deal.
Man, it is only $7 to come in, and we're doing $7 at the door. And that's, come in, visit, you get to see all the speakers, entertain all the vendors that are going to be out there. So, I mean, $7.
It's a great deal.
It's a
cheap ticket so you can spend your money with the vendors.
Wow, $7, the lucky 7. So, Shannon, what's been happening with you, man? I haven't heard anything from you. What are you going to be doing at this event besides running around with your chicken, like chicken with your head cut off?
That's about it.
All right. You've been kind of quiet back there, so I had to get you in here. So y'all have quite a few cool speakers. Now, I haven't really gotten to know a couple of them, so I'm kind of going to let you tell the audience that's listening kind of who these people kind of are. They all know who my butt is, so we ain't even going to discuss that crap. And then we got J.J. Rice, which I know who she is. She's from Texas Park Paranormal, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, she's going to be speaking on a separate deal on her own, right? But she does know Father J. Wesley Evans, is that right?
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah, she's going to do Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, she's going to do a